The air at the coastal base crackled with anticipation as the first rays of sunlight painted the horizon in gold. Soldiers and officers moved with a sense of purpose, their faces reflecting both excitement and gravity. This was no ordinary morning. Something historic was about to unfold, and everyone present could feel the weight of the moment. All eyes were fixed on the distant horizon, scanning the skies for the first sign of movement. Suddenly, the deep thunderous roar of heavy transport planes shattered the early morning calm, echoing across the base and sending a ripple of energy through the assembled ranks. The arrival of these aircraft signaled not just a delivery, but the beginning of a new chapter in the nation's defense history. As the massive cargo doors slowly opened, the crowd caught their first glimpse of the sleek, imposing BrahMos supersonic anti-ship missile systems. The metallic sheen of the launchers glinted in the morning light, a symbol of cutting-edge technology and international cooperation. For the armed forces of the Philippines, this was more than just new equipment. It was the dawn of a new era, one that promised greater security and strategic capability. The BrahMos, a product of a powerful partnership between India and Russia, stands among the world's fastest and most formidable cruise missiles. Capable of reaching speeds nearly 3 times the speed of sound, it can strike targets with pinpoint accuracy and devastating force. Its presence on Philippine soil marks a significant leap forward, not just in firepower, but in the nation's ability to deter threats and protect its sovereignty. For decades, the Philippines has relied on aging, often outdated military equipment struggling to keep pace with regional developments. The arrival of the BrahMos system represents a monumental leap, a transition from the past to a future defined by modern technology and renewed confidence. Soldiers gathered around the new missile systems, comparing them to the older hardware, their faces lighting up with pride and hope. Soldiers looked on, with awe and determination, fully aware of the responsibility now resting on their shoulders. The mood was solemn, yet hopeful, as they understood that this new capability would demand rigorous training, discipline, and unwavering commitment. The sense of duty was palpable, as was the realization that they were now guardians of a powerful new shield for their nation. December 26, 2025, will be remembered as a turning point, a day that marks the culmination of years of planning, negotiation, and national commitment to modernization. The ceremony was not just a formality, but a celebration of resilience and progress, attended by military leaders, government officials, and proud citizens alike. The arrival of BrahMos sends a clear and unmistakable message. The Philippines is no longer a passive observer in regional affairs. With this advanced missile system, the nation asserts its right to defend its territory and its people, standing tall among its neighbors. The bold display of the national flag alongside the new missile system underscored a renewed sense of pride and determination. Now equipped with a credible deterrent, the Philippines can better safeguard its vast coastlines and maritime interests. The presence of the BrahMos system enhances the nation's ability to respond to threats, project strength, and ensure the safety of its waters for generations to come. It is a powerful statement of intent and capability. As the first launcher rolled onto Philippine soil, a wave of confidence surged through the ranks. Soldiers exchanged proud glances, knowing they were witnessing history in the making. The parade that followed was not just a display of military might, but a celebration of national unity and progress. This is more than a military upgrade, it's a boost to national morale, a symbol of hope and resilience for every Filipino. The cheers of the soldiers echoed the sentiments of millions across the country, who saw in this moment a brighter, more secure future. From fishermen casting their nets at dawn, to city dwellers watching the parade on television, every Filipino felt the impact of this milestone. The message was clear: the country is taking its defense seriously, investing in the safety and well-being of its people. The psychological landscape has shifted. After years of vulnerability and uncertainty, a renewed sense of security and optimism has taken root. Families gathered to watch the news, communities celebrated in the streets, and a collective sigh of relief swept the nation. The knowledge that the Philippines now possesses a formidable defense system has brought comfort and pride to millions. The roar of the departing planes was more than just noise. It was a wake-up call to the world. A stronger, more resilient Philippines has arrived, ready to face the challenges of the future with confidence, unity, and an unbreakable spirit. The BrahMos arrival is the most dramatic chapter in the AFP's modernization. The military is shifting from internal security to credible external defense, focusing on the West Philippine Sea. The Navy now commissions missile-capable frigates and corvettes, while the Air Force fields modern fighter jets. This transformation is about more than hardware, it's about professionalism and technological proficiency. Filipino troops train intensively at home and abroad to master new systems. Modern tools and skilled hands maximize effectiveness and boost national pride. For years, outdated equipment hampered brave service members. Now, new assets honor their sacrifice. The sight of modern ships and jets inspires confidence across the nation. The Philippines is investing in itself, ready to meet the future head-on. To truly appreciate the scale and significance of today's modernization efforts, we must first look back and understand the long, difficult journey that brought the Philippine military to this point. For decades, the Armed Forces of the Philippines, or AFP, struggled with chronic underfunding and a lack of resources. The focus was almost entirely on fighting internal insurgencies, leaving little attention or budget for external defense. As a result, the Navy and Air Force were left neglected, their equipment aging and often barely functional. Ships and aircraft that should have been retired years earlier remained in service, patched up and kept running with whatever spare parts could be found. The Navy's flagship was a relic from World War II, World War II, a ship that had seen better days decades earlier. Sailors spent as much time fighting rust and mechanical breakdowns as they did preparing for any real threat. Patrolling the country's vast and vulnerable coastlines with these outdated ships was a daunting task. The lack of modern vessels meant that large stretches of fishing grounds and vital sea lanes were left exposed and unprotected. Foreign vessels, whether fishing boats or Coast Guard ships, entered Philippine waters with impunity, knowing there was little chance of being challenged or intercepted. The Air Force faced its own crisis. After retiring its last F-5 fighter jets in 2005, the Philippines had no supersonic air defense capability for nearly a decade. The skies were left open, with only slow, aging surveillance planes to monitor the vast airspace. These surveillance planes, while useful for observation, were no match for potential intruders. They simply couldn't intercept or deter any real threat, leaving the country's airspace vulnerable. These vulnerabilities took a heavy toll on the morale of the armed forces. Soldiers and officers felt the weight of their limitations, while diplomats struggled to assert the country's interests on the international stage. The inability to protect the West Philippine Sea became a source of national frustration and anger. Filipino fishermen, left unprotected, protested at sea, while the nation watched anxiously as disputes escalated. Today, the modernization of the AFP is more than just an upgrade of equipment. It is a determined collective effort to banish the ghosts of neglect and vulnerability that haunted the nation for so long. Every new ship, every modern plane, and every advanced missile system delivered to the Philippines is a symbol of hope, a promise of a stronger, more secure future for the country and its people. The BrahMos missile is truly a game-changer for security in the West Philippine Sea. With its arrival, the strategic landscape of the region is being transformed in ways that were once thought impossible for a country like the Philippines. The missile's speed, precision, and range have introduced a new level of deterrence that was previously out of reach. In the past, larger naval powers operated with near impunity in these contested waters. The Philippines, lacking advanced weaponry, struggled to assert its sovereignty and protect its maritime interests. Foreign warships would often enter Philippine waters without fear of consequence, highlighting a significant gap in the country's defense capabilities. Now, with BrahMos, the equation has changed. The missile introduces asymmetric deterrence, meaning that even a single, well-placed missile can disable or sink a major warship, regardless of its size or firepower. This levels the playing field, allowing the Philippines to punch above its weight in regional security. The cost of aggression has now risen exponentially for any potential intruder. Any hostile force must now think twice before making provocative moves, knowing that the risk of severe damage is real and immediate. The deployment of mobile, land-based launchers creates a formidable anti-access, area denial bubble along the Philippine coast. These launchers can be quickly repositioned, making them difficult to target and increasing their survivability in a conflict scenario. As a result, hostile operations near Philippine shores have become far riskier. Foreign warships must now operate with extreme caution, aware that they are within striking distance of a highly capable missile system. The BrahMos system empowers the Philippines to better protect its exclusive economic zone and safeguard vital resources, such as fisheries, oil, and gas reserves. This is crucial for the nation's economic security and long-term prosperity. It's not about trying to control the entire South China Sea, but about defending what is rightfully Philippine, its territory, its people, and its future. The message is clear: the Philippines will stand its ground. The psychological impact of this new capability is immense. The power balance in the region shifts towards one of mutual respect, as adversaries recognize that the Philippines now has the means to defend itself credibly. For the first time in decades, the Philippines is a voice backed by credible force. This newfound strength enhances its position in diplomatic negotiations and regional security dialogues. Patrols are now conducted with a sense of newfound confidence and assurance. Filipino sailors and Coast Guard personnel know they have the tools to respond to threats and protect their nation's interests. The introduction of BrahMos is the most important development in Philippine security in decades. It marks a turning point, signaling a new era where the Philippines can defend its sovereignty and contribute to regional stability. The Philippines' modernization is fundamentally defensive. Acquiring systems like BrahMos is about deterrence, not seeking conflict. The goal: convince adversaries that attacking would be too costly. The focus is on maritime awareness, coastal defense, and protecting territory. No bombers or carriers, just tools to secure the archipelago and its maritime entitlements. This is active archipelagic defense, proactive, layered, and swift. Modern technology and coordination between services make incursions costly. The message is resolve, not hostility, a sovereign nation exercising its right to self-defense. A credible deterrent contributes to regional stability and peace. This is an investment in peace, ensuring the Philippines can protect its people and way of life. The Philippines' defense journey is strengthened by alliances, especially with the US, Japan, and Australia. The Mutual Defense Treaty with the US remains the cornerstone, with joint exercises like Balikatan building real interoperability. These exercises ensure Filipino and American troops can operate as a team in crisis. US presence and commitments add a powerful layer of deterrence. Japan, once an adversary, is now a key partner, providing patrol vessels and supporting maritime security. Australia shares expertise and conducts regular joint training. These partnerships create a network of like-minded nations for a free and open Indo-Pacific. Alliances enhance capability, confidence, and diplomatic leverage. The Philippines is not isolated. Support from friends reinforces its legitimacy. As the Philippines grows stronger, its value as an ally increases, ensuring collective security. True resilience means not relying solely on foreign suppliers. The Self-Reliant Defense Posture (SRDP) program aims to build a domestic defense industry. Local production ensures stable supply and reduces vulnerability to foreign politics. It also creates high-skilled jobs and drives innovation tailored to Philippine needs. Filipino engineers are building patrol craft for the archipelago's unique waters. Partnerships with international firms accelerate learning and technology transfer. The goal: adapt existing tech for local requirements, climbing the technology ladder. Every locally built ship or vehicle is a source of national pride and economic growth. This is about more than weapons. It's about a secure, advanced, and self-reliant nation. The main driver of modernization is rising tension with China in the West Philippine Sea. China's expansive claims and aggressive actions have challenged Philippine sovereignty. Despite a 2016 legal victory in The Hague, China ignores the ruling and continues its activities. The Philippines holds legal rights but lacked means to enforce them, until now. Modernization, especially BrahMos, aims to create real consequences for violations. The strategy is to raise the cost of China's gray zone tactics, not provoke war. A credible missile shield forces Beijing to be more cautious, opening space for diplomacy. The Philippines stands firm, defending its rights through strength, alliances, and law. New weapons provide the backbone for negotiating from confidence, not fear. The story of the Philippines today is one of hope and resilience. Modern defense capabilities symbolize a nation's renewed spirit and determination. Filipinos are taking control of their destiny, united to protect what's theirs. National pride fuels this transformation, inspiring confidence in every citizen. The spirit of Bagong Pilipinas, New Philippines, unites the country behind defense. Challenges remain, but the nation is better equipped than ever. With a modern military, strong alliances, and a growing industry, the future is secure. The strategy: pursue peace, uphold law, and defend sovereignty with resolve. The true strength lies in the unity and determination of the Filipino people. The dawn of this new era promises a stronger, prouder Republic of the Philippines.